Got this much of the neck. And we're just going to, whoop, dear, spilled food on his face, he did. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and just lay this in here. I think I want it a little darker. So I don't have to mix thicker paint. All I have to do is lay in more color here. And I'm going to save my paint because I didn't mix much. And I'll use this one and just soften that edge. Okay. So, you know what?
Now, did you do around the mouth last time, and I just don't have that done on?
I did do that last time, and
Yeah, I think we
which
did
is
kind of a little bit of.
Okay.
it's just a beginning of whatever.
Have to punch it out.
So, and you can see how strange the shape of his lip looks there, because I haven't added any color to soften this edge yet. So let's just do that so that we won't be bothered. See how that changes? And that's a thin, pale layer. And look how it changed the shape. So I was looking at his nose. And one of the things, you can't see the nostril over here at all. But you can see a little area right there that's dark. That's that shadow under that side. So I saw where someone had...
This right here?
No, right here.
Oh,
Right there on his nose.
Okay.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a little bit of this weak color right there. And then, oh gee, this shape should probably do that. And we'll come over here. Remember, if something is darker, I can go ahead and cover it with this. There is a shadow under his nose, which we can hardly see because he has a mustache. But it's going to come down this way. And then right over here, you know, where this line is from the nose to mouth line, would refer to it as, he's got a shadow above that. Anytime you have a shadow a little bit above that, you look a little younger than if it's, well, not there. Okay. So, and then here. So again, I'm not doing exact lights and darks there. I'm getting a basic area in, and I'm going to soften some of those edges. Maybe I'll decide not to soften all of them.
Thank you.
Okay. So you see we got some, right here. Let's soften an edge right there. Don't have to soften all of it. Whoa, it almost dried on me because I forgot about it. Okay, so anytime you put an area in, it's best to just soften edges immediately. Do not get ahead and do a whole bunch of stuff and then come back and try to soften the edges. It's going to be too late. Okay, so we're just building some shapes, and we're doing them pretty gently. That doesn't mean that that's as dark as that ever gets. It's not. But by doing it in layers, you're giving yourself a chance to correct later, you know, and you make more interesting edges this way. I'm running short of words right now. So he's got a shadow right there. His own, this ridge over here is casting a shadow on his nose. And it kind of fades out up here. And all of this could get a little darker. Most all of this. Right there. And there's a spot under here. And there's... let's just go like that. Now, here's the thing. I don't expect you to go back and remember every move that I made. That's not the point. This, I want to keep this a hard edge. Maybe I'll soften the spot. Maybe I'll leave that just like it is. So the thing is, I already have a place here that's a little darkened, but it could get a little darker. Let's go from that lid and bring that down here. So the idea, I don't like that shape right there. See that little V in there? That's funny looking. It doesn't, okay. So the thing is, you're going to find places, and they may not be quite the same, in the same order or the same shapes that I see. It's okay, as long as you're building some shapes. This is a little strange. I'll just weaken that and leave it for now. So let's go over here. This is, yep, that shape right there. Seems a little low to me, but must be right. I don't like that either. Let's go back, let's do a little blotting. We can work on that later. Okay. All of this is going to be a darker area. All of it, all of it, all of it, except maybe just that middle part of his eyeball. There's a highlight on his eyeball. Everything else in there is pretty dark. Let's go over the whole eyebrow area. Oh, and down the side of the nose. We're going to want to get that a lot darker, but we'll do that later. I think I'll soften that. So you get the idea of what I'm doing. I'm just coming in and building some shapes.
Would you do anything with the forehead at this point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's, even though it's light, it's darker than we have, right?
Yeah, but I would, but basically, okay, wait a minute and I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay. I don't want to keep y'all standing here waiting on me too long, but at the same time, he's got, see that little area there that's lighter because it kind of bulges out a little bit. We definitely want to keep that. Oh, gee, looky up in here. There's something happening up there. Now, I would suggest when you work on this that you kind of study each area. I'm doing this kind of fast, and if I was at home alone, I'm going to soften that area, but I'll leave that crisp. If I was at home alone, I would be working a little slower than this. I'm doing this so that y'all get the idea, but you don't have to wait all afternoon on me. Maybe I'll soften that a little. Oh, okay. That's not bad. I kind of like that. Okay.
Another one.
Instead of, let's see, we need a little more color.
She's got the touch.
So let's just come up here. Actually, this could go up this way. And it could go actually here. Oh, and down the side. Look at that. Okay. So the trick to this, doing a big area, and his hairline, by the way, gets darker. So we're doing a bigger area, and we are, the trick to this is to be wet enough, soupy enough with your color that it stays wet long enough for you to make changes. Those might be changes like taking more of something out, adding something more in, or just softening an edge. Or, here I might lift a little. Just doing stuff. However, I have to say that unless you're doing a little child, and even then sometimes, it's kind of nice to have a few of those edges stay hard. It kind of, by the time you have multiple layers of this added, those little bits of hard edge will just makes things dance and interplay in a nice way. Okay, I'll just go ahead. I'm practically done with what I'm doing. So keep going. This is going to get, there are a lot of places in here that are going to get a lot darker yet. This is just you're almost like making a preliminary map. I think I'll go ahead and go that dark here. And right there, we could maybe lift a little of that. And since I'm down here, I'll just go ahead and add a little more color there. And oh, that lip got paler when it dried. We'll do that, and we'll do, I think we'll do right there. And I'll let that just lay over and see how it's making almost a, well, maybe I'll fix it down there. Okay. And then up here, we just need a little bit of color. It's got a highlight right there on the edge.
I got a real quick suggestion.
Yeah.
While it's still wet in there,
Uh-huh.
you need to lighten that right in there.
You think I do? All right. Well, I'll do that then.
And you've done this whole layer with what you pulled out, and you added a little bit of Quinburn Scarlet.
Yeah.
Do we do?
Uh-huh.
That's
yeah,
what
that's the same.
the whole thing. Okay.
Yeah, that could go a little
There you
lighter there. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Fantastic. All right.
All right. I'm glad you approve. Here we go. Let's go ahead and give him a little bit more under here. Because this has been drying, I know I can get away with it. And here's the other thing. I have look how his nose is standing out. Man, that nose. Boy, that nose grew, didn't it? Well, if you look right here, you can actually see an edge.
Yeah.
Right there?
Straight.
Okay. So this is dry enough. Let's go ahead and let's pull it down right about somewhere around there. And
I've already got that in there. It's like he's got my guy's gonna have a hunker. His nose is.
okay, so I got a little,
much.
maybe a little dark, and there's even it's a little shape right there. Okay, so at some point you should stop. So here's the thing. Now that I've done that, his nose looks too flat right here. Looks like the end's flattened.
Yeah.
So here, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for places that don't look like him to build on and do more things to. However, other than I'll do a little work here in the ear, that's a stopping point for here because not only do I want this to dry, but I think we're going to change up color a little bit. So you want to get my brush out first because I was picking up water out of here. Now, this is not going to have the detail in it because this is really not that dark, and we're going to have detail come in later. So, that's where I need
Got a boo-boo.
a little brush here. Be careful and don't spatter this on his face.
Is
Came
this one of
real
those
close.
times when we don't
That'll
wanna
be like
spatter?
his.
Yeah.
That'll be his beard thing.
His scruff.
And so this
Sweater.
I've sweater. Yeah, I've got this drawn.
Clothing. Jacket.
Whatever. Whatever. Okay.
His damn clothing.
Okay, I'm going to
Put
need
it
to
on.
edit all that laughter out of the
Oh,
video.
sorry.
Yeah, because I can't have people online laughing at me. This is tough. This is really tough. Okay,
Tough
I'm
crowd.
trying to make this fast. Okay. Come over here, and I'm getting in close, and I want to be real careful about that edge right there. Yeah, this is a little too thin.
So this is just this whole mixture, one coat all over the sweater
Yeah.
part for now.
Yeah,
Okay.
because we are going to shade it a little darker later on, however much you want. This is not the important part of what we're doing.
Right.
And if you,
Am I
yeah,
doing that? Oh, I didn't even know. I'm sorry.
this table
I'm
is
cussing.
very
I'm
this
shaking.
this table is just very unstable. It's just a little dinky table, and it does
She's
that.
cussing, she's shaking, she's laughing,
It's
she's
just-
running the video.
Yeah. What else is there?
Can't take you people
Just
anywhere.
smack on my face.
Yeah. That's right. I can't take you people anywhere. Yeah, there we go. So,
I like how you just.
oh, okay.
scribble that
Well,
out.
that's
good.
there. That makes
Yeah,
you feel
no,
better.
that's real artsy. I like that.
Therapy.
Whatever. Yeah. Okay. So, what I and you can see how yellow he looks. Now, some of you probably won't be as yellow as I am, but what I've got to do is introduce more red into him, and some cools, because this is just the shape is coming along pretty nicely, but the color is boring. Does anyone have fresh water?
I do.
Okay. Because
You want
I'm going to go back to skin. Well, first of all, we have this area right here. And that area should have some of this.
I was wondering if you were going to do that.
Now, you can see I'm already leaving a track with a line there that's, let's just take that out. Yeah. You could play with this however much you want. I think that's good enough right there. I could take a little bit out right here. Could. It's not a big deal. But that's going to merge all that together later on. Okay, so let's think about some warm, some reds now. And I don't have a clever plan. Sometimes I just want to see something. So this is my Quinn Coral that I love.
Quinn Birch Scarlet,
No, Quinn Coral.
Quinn Coral.
But don't write it down yet. I don't know if I'm using it.
Oh, okay.
I don't want him to look too cute. I think that might just overdo it.
Pink.
Yeah, you know, you can, if I'm going to put some other stuff over, it might fix it, but that's a little much. So I'm back to the scarlet.
Now, Quinn.
But now I'm looking at scarlet by itself. All right. Yeah, all right. So we're going to get him looking a little too red. I used to paint people looking like lobster people. And then I'd change the color with layers on top. And we may do a little bit of that, but I promise not to go so extreme as to frighten you.
Is his sweater going crazy?
Mm-hmm.
Is this sweater going crazy?
Going
Yeah.
crazy.
It's really coming over there.
Oh, over here.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's okay.
it's okay.
It's okay.
It's under control.
I hope it's okay. Okay, so now the problem is I've got all this color down here, and I'm going to try to work up here so that without getting my hands in that, you know, a smart person would use a hairdryer, but I don't want to take time. So let's go back to, ooh, that's pretty strong. Okay, let's thin it out just a little bit. Let's go back to building up some stronger darks in here. Let's see, we have, I can't see him back there. He's got that hooded lid that is kind of, you know, you can see his age there because that lid is scooped out and down. Okay. And I'm going to pull some of this in here. Oh, I hope I don't hate this later. Okay, so this gets scary, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're laughing,
It gets scary.
it's okay. It's when people walk out. It gets bad. Okay. Okay, see, I've got some shapes like that. Whoa. Now, I better stop and get some soft edges on that because otherwise that's going to be pretty horrendous. The thing about Quinn Burnt Scarlet, again, is that it's one that's a little bit forgiving.
Are we going to need a medic?
Possibly, yeah. You mean for him or
Yep,
yeah?
yep.
No, he's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. I don't know about the rest of us, but he'll be fine. Okay. Okay, I don't have all the shapes in there the way I want, but it's wet, so I can only do so much. And I guess I'll soften this. But I want to keep it light there. Okay. Like I said, don't be frightened. Yeah, I know this can be. I don't like the shape here.
Halloween, you know, so you're kind of giving me the
Oh, like it might be for real, huh? Oh.
just making a joke. Bad one, but you know, it's a bad one.
It's a zombie.
Okay, we'll stop with that. Oh, no. We can't stop right there. Oh, gee, I forgot all about that.
Hard edge.
Yeah. Oh, well, we'll work with that later. Somehow. Okay. If I get my hand right in there so I can steady myself. Here's a real dark area right there. And for right now, I'm going to make it a real dark red area. Okay? You just have to trust me here. I don't know if I trust me, but you better. Okay, so right here, here's a real dark area right there. Don't like that shape there. All of this is pretty dark, but let's get it thinned out a little bit. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm making some of my darks red. Yeah, I think all of that can use it. All of this, the inner corner of this eye, everywhere from the iris over, it really looks red there. I mean, in the painting, in the photo already. We've got a bit of shape right up under here. Got a little light area in there. Oh my. Okay, let's make some soft edges on some of it. Well, he looks like he's wearing a party mask, doesn't he?
It's war paint.
Could be. Yeah, what kind of guy did you pick out for us?
Wait a minute.
You know, if you'd picked somebody else out, this would be going a whole lot better.
Wait a minute. Just because I knew his name?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, that's
Because I said, oh, you know,
my shoulders are
when
broad,
I
can
realized
do
you knew his name, you know, I was like, okay, Karen knows him. This will be good. Yeah, that's what I said.
it. Okay. I can do it.
I was on the George Clooney bandwagon.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
on the guy with no facial hair band.
Yeah, that's what
I
was
couldn't
on.
find any.
God, I know what's the deal.
God.
Guys don't get it. Sorry. Any guys that
Well,
are present. You're okay. You don't have
It can hide a lot of flaws.
He's okay too.
It's just too
It's the
bad
gener-
that
There's not as
women
many
don't have
flaws as
beards.
men think.
Uh-huh.
It's the
you know?
generation.
It always makes
It's
them
the
look
age
younger.
that we live in.
Always.
Every guy that I work with has facial hair. Something.
Both of my sons have beards
Yeah.
now. I didn't raise them to have beards.
They weren't born with them.
So this would be easier if everything wasn't wet, but you could turn your, turn this as you're working. But we want a soft edge here. We definitely need a soft edge there.
That's just straight Quinn burnt scarlet.
This is straight. I'm pretty much using
That
straight Quinn
it
burnt
looks really
scarlet.
good. It looks good.
It's kind of looking like him.
Yeah.
So you see, because I've already got some other areas down here, I have a little bit more of a guide as to where I want to go. And it blends in with some of the rest of it
It's 'cause
yeah,
it's got Quinn.
because it's already got some color there.
It's already got scarlet in it. So it's
Yeah.
just
That's right.
looks great with it.
Yeah, it looks great. Everybody, it looks great, right?
It does.
Yeah.
So great.
Okay, so great.
It does.
We're going to soften that edge there. Pull that down. Okay. That does seem a bit extreme there. We've never done anything with his upper lip. Okay. Now remember, he's not going to stay red like this.
Careful, Cindy, with your weight on the
Oh, crap.
table.
Oh,
Thank you. Back up. Back up.
Where's
There.
Santa?
whoops, whoops, whoops. I messed up, and it wasn't even, Cindy wasn't even touching the table. When she was leaning on the table, at least I had someone I could
You're
blame.
blaming me. You're blaming her.
I'm doing my best.
Can you please lay on the table?
No, I do not accept the blame.
You're not going to do it?
No.
Okay. Such a difficult child.
Yeah, it's difficult, difficult.
She's been like that since she was little.
Has she? Has she? All right.
My mom is gone, so she cannot tell. She cannot say.
Oh dear.
Bloody no. So
Bloody
you're
nose.
basically going through all of the areas that we just brought out and
Well,
bringing them
no,
out
I'm going through
more?
some of them.
Only some of them?
You notice I'm going to be adding
It's the
color to a
darkest
lot of
areas.
it,
The darkest.
but it won't all go dark like this.
Okay.
Just the very darkest areas are we doing?
That's kind of what I'm doing right now. Look, here's how I work this out. I watch myself, and when I see what I'm doing, then I tell you.
Oh, I see.
Okay. It does not follow a great
Formula.
plan.
Yeah.
It is more of a
It's a process.
sort of just happens.
Organic.
Serendipitous.
Well, so part of my brain knows what I'm doing, but it doesn't know how to talk. So it's really difficult. Sometimes I don't even believe it. Okay, like that. So he really does look like he's wearing it. So he really needs, for one thing, even though that's not the darkest area, he needs something here just to get rid of the mask look.
Mhm.
Okay. So let's put on a little bit of pale something. He's practically got a wrinkle going across where that little line
He
is.
does have a wrinkle. He's got a little bit of a scowl on. It's like he's thinking hard about something.
Yeah, he's thinking real hard
He's thinking
about killing somebody.
He's a model, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
thinking
I
about
hope
his
he's not thinking about.
thinking about his next gig.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he's thinking
Could I
about.
be the next James Bond? No, I could not.
He's British.
He's too pretty.
He's British. Right there.
You just make it look so easy, Aunt.
Yeah, that
Well-
just makes a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I've got a friend that, see, again, his nose is just looking flatter and flatter. But we have a fix for that, but we can't do it right this moment. So I have a friend that when he paints, Bill Dale, when he paints, that brush just seems to float. And I finally discovered it's the damn brush. I love these brushes.
Yeah, they're so good. They
So he
really
has
are.
that brush.
Yeah.
I love
But this isn't the exact one he
So would
uses.
you use any of that Quinn scarlet?
Yeah, I
down
would.
under his
Okay.
chin?
So we've got a line here, if anything, that we need to get rid of. And we can actually start to do some shading here. And we'll cross over. Now, when we get a beard in there, that's going to make a difference too. But so we're getting something like that. And see, when this is dry, we're going to float this in on his neck. Okay. So here's where we have a problem. It is so irritating to look at that blank stare.
Oh, you're gonna
We,
put the pupils
we
in?
need a little bit of color in there.
We need an eyeball.
We need some eye. We need some eye. And I think we'll put a little bit of something in. Well, maybe this indigo won't be too bad. Now here's the thing, his eyes look really blue there. It's contacts for sure. But his eyes look really blue there. We want to be careful not to get them too blue. We could get them that blue, but if we get him any bluer, he'll look, he'll look fake. So if this is too blue, we'll just have to modify it later. Sorry, I can't. My glasses are sliding down on my nose and tell what I'm doing.
How dare they?
Yeah. Whoa, I'm getting out of the... Oh, well, see how dark that is? That just almost makes me cringe.
Oh, he's better.
The color's too bright, but I'll feel better there. Okay, whoa. Okay, all of this is eye over here, so don't let that throw you. All of a sudden, I think this is bigger. I don't know why I decided to do this right now. When you do this, you might even want to do this first, where you can get in there with a little brush and do it. But I think, okay, see, this
Make sure
iris
you,
has got to get bigger, or that one's got to get littler.
make sure you dab that one so it's not so dark. To match the other one.
Find a clean place before you dab.
There you go.
Okay. All right. So.
That's so much better.
All right. Yeah, it gives you a sense of relief, doesn't it? So, all I'm saying is you're building in some of these darker areas and you're using scarlet, and you have to promise me not to panic. But I want you to just use a pure scarlet. We have a plan.
Cross my heart.
Some part of my brain has a plan.